you want to know about my day today?
Sure.
All right. So I woke up, and normally what I'll do is I'll put on jeans and a t-shirt, but today I had to put on sweats. Okay, so I had to wear loose-fitted clothing, and there's a reason as to why. So anyway, but we also got to get the kids out the door and all that kind of stuff because they got to come with me on the bus. And so when they come with me on the bus, it's usually a little bit stressful because my wife's at the church and she's working, doing whatever she's doing for that little bit. And anyway, but getting everyone out the door, Mrs. Fleet, you remember those days trying to get the kids, the whole family out the door on time?
Without committing homicide?
Yeah.
Vividly.
Yeah. So it was this morning was a bit more of a chore because everyone had to also get lunches together, which isn't normal. So we're trying to get our lunches together. And yeah, that's where I'm like getting kind of extra stressed because now things are getting just thrown in the middle of the hallway. There's a box to put everything in, like one of those like the cooler boxes. And so there's you could either put it there, put it in the box, the cooler box, or throw it in the hallway. And obviously everyone chooses the hallway except for me because I'm smart. And so anyway, that's going on, getting everyone out the door finally. And then I get on the bus, and that's just driving the bus. But then I gotta, oh sorry,
Did the
before
wheels
we
on the bus go round and round?
they did, thankfully, because if they didn't, that would also be a problem. But before we got on the bus, I forgot we needed to get cream, and the cream was for coffee because we have a midweek thing that goes on for families. So anyway,
Is that like half and half? Or
I did, yeah,
yeah.
10%. So, and so I got the half and half, and then yeah, run to the church, drop the wife off, get in the bus, do that, and then I got to do a stress test and an ultrasound on my heart. So I found out that now, after a 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks of not being on blood thinners or blood thinners, no, what's the word
Blood
I'm looking
pressure
for?
meds.
Blood pressure meds. I am now at a healthy 112 without any meds,
112.
over 80.
Okay, I needed the other number. That's
Yeah,
really very, very
yeah,
good.
right. I see. I'm like on top of my game here. Like losing. I mean, I've actually not lost any weight, but I can tell that I'm putting on muscle. Believe it or not. And yeah, so that's going on. So my blood pressure is doing really good. And then the ultrasound tech, he wasn't at. I mean, he started off nice, and then I asked him, "Hey, can you tell me, did I actually have a heart attack or no?" And he's like, "I can't tell you nothing." And then I tried to be funny, and I was like, "What if I tell you that you're really good looking?" And then he's like, "No, I can't." And then his niceness kind of wore off, and I was like, "Well, I was actually just kind of kidding. I knew you couldn't tell me. I
So
thought
you
it just
were you were hitting on the guy? Was Mary there?
no, she wasn't there." And he was
Oh
like
dear.
an elderly East Indian gentleman who's been doing this for like 20 years. So
Oh,
he's
well, no wonder he didn't take to it.
I just thought it was funny, and he didn't apparently. And then so that was the heart ultrasound, and then so that was about I don't know 20-25 minutes of him like ramming the thing and putting jelly all over my body,
I am
and
very
then
well familiar with those.
yeah, but they had all the stickers on me too, and I mean I'm covered in hair, so you can only imagine how that went afterwards. Anyway,
I can understand that as well.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
and then yeah, so
They have to
then I
put a whole set of leads on you to take
mhm.
a proper echo.
Yep. So they definitely did that. And it felt like they did that afterwards. And then I got to do the stress test. Mrs. Flu, have you ever done a treadmill stress test?
I have.
How long did you last?
Oh, I don't even remember. It was so long ago.
Oh, so do you remember the incline that they first put you on? And you're
Yes,
like, whoa,
vividly.
this isn't an incline. You're making me run up Mount Everest right now. And so you start off and you're like, no, you're just gonna walk at like
Yeah,
a
you're
brisk
walking,
pace. And I
and they
was like,
turn it
okay,
up and turn it up, and then they
yeah,
incline, and it goes faster and faster, and they're like,
yeah,
breathe
okay.
normal.
But here's the thing though. So I when I first got in there, this lady was actually nice that was running that part of the test. And I said to her, I was like, okay, so here's what I know about myself with a treadmill. I can because my treadmill actually does everything in miles per hour, which will be helpful for you guys. So I know that on a flat surface, I can run for a few minutes at 5 miles per hour. Like that's kind of like my max. You want me to go more than a few minutes? We're gonna have problems. And she's like, okay. So then, anyway, then they get you walking. You start at like 1 mile per hour, and then you go then it or 1.5, and then it boosts you up to like 3.5, and then boosts you up to the 5 miles per hour. But you're on a friggin' incline, so that is not fair. Afterwards, I was so I had to do that for 10 friggin' minutes, and
hmm
yeah, that I was ready to die. But I got to the magic 101% of stress on my heart test, so I
Yes.
got to that magic number because she's like, anything over 85 is good, but the higher we can go, the better it is. And it was like, okay, so I went beyond stressing my heart out for like by like 101%. I went 101% of stress on my heart. But you want to
That's
know the
good.
other good news?
What?
I recovered quick. So
Well,
my
that's
my
also very good.
yes,
Did they have you
because
wearing a mask? Did they
oh
do it with a pulmonary function test at all or no?
no, no,
Okay.
just the blood pressure while I'm running
Okay.
and all that. So yeah, that was a thing. And I lift weights. I don't run. So after 10 minutes of inclines and extra speed, that killed my day. I had zero anything to give. Folks, if ever you think, hey, let's get Floral to do a race. No, that's just a bad idea. We're not going to do races ever. Tell me
Well,
about your day.
slow and steady wins the race.
It's true. Turtles often do win in races versus rabbits. It's actually like every single time I've seen it online.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Hey there! So what you just watched was a portion of our live show that happens on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Apparently you were too lazy to be there that time, but maybe you'll be there next time. Remember, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern.